Won't you take me for a ride? I will love the feeling of the wind in my hair while speeding on the highway down by the sea. We go on and on and on.
Good morning, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Looks so snuggly in here, actually. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
Jace is snuck in with Esme this morning. Like he does. Like he does every morning. Cheeky bye. What a beauty little spot we found last night. We got the chairs out. Just watching the ocean with a morning cup of coffee. Amazing.
Some things never change. It's been going at these windows for the last 10 minutes. Bless him. Scrub a dub dub. I love his serious face when he's cleaning. So we just got back from the little town. Yeah? You're going on there, be careful. We just got back from the little town. We actually had to move from the parking spot we were at because in a couple of hours.
I won't hurt myself again.
Okay, you be careful. Wow, that's so nice. It's a wall. Oh, are you okay? Oh, gosh. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, in a couple of hours time there's a market in that place, so, and it's until 11 PM tonight, so we're probably not going to go back there, which is a shame. I was hoping we could have stayed there again tonight. Anyway, I'm going to do a van tour. I'm going to do a van tour here, but before I do, I just want to quickly show you guys a little PatPat haul that I've been meaning to do. And when I'm doing a daily vlog, it kind of makes it really difficult, but because today's daily vlog's mainly going to be the van tour, I thought today would be a good day to show you it. It's only going to be very quick, but I'm going to do like mainly montage of the outfits, but I did want to show you them because loads of you guys have asked. And also, I keep saying I love this outfit from PatPat, it's so good to breastfeed in. So most of the outfits that I'm going to show you in this haul are breastfeeding friendly, just because that's relevant to me right now. But I've been really surprised by the quality and the value of everything that I've bought from there. If you're looking for discreet breastfeeding outfits, you definitely need to check them out. I cannot find anything breastfeeding friendly that's nice. Wow! The moon! You can't go to the moon, you need a rocket. I can go. Yeah, it's so difficult. If anyone's been through a breastfeeding journey, then you guys all know how hard it is to find something that's nice that you can feed in. But here's what I managed to find. So that's dress number one, and you guys can see a quick shot of me actually feeding Mila whilst we were in the little town today, and it's so discreet, like you can't even tell I'm feeding her. that's just a tiny glimpse of what I ordered from there, but as you guys can see, there's some super cute clothes at really good prices and they're such good quality as well. One thing I will say is just check the material of the item you're ordering. I've heard a few people say you've ordered from there but the material you got wasn't what you expected, so just double check the material in the description and you can't go wrong. Honestly, you cannot go wrong. I'd say they're true to size and you can't get dresses like that, like maternity wear, that's pretty in the shops that I found. So I'm really happy with what I ordered. Some of those dresses were gifted and some of them were what I bought myself. So I hope you guys liked them and you guys can definitely go and check out PatPat. I'll leave a link in the description box down below to some of the dresses, leave some links to some of the dresses that I bought. Also, if you use code Sarah15 you guys will get a discount on already amazing prices. So definitely go and check them out. I got some adorable clothes for Jace and Mila. Isla also got a really nice outfit, but they are in our winter boxes, but they're so cute. I got Isla the cutest, in fact I showed it on a vlog a few weeks ago just before we set off on our trip, the week before I think it was. It's like the cutest orange dungaree Halloween outfit. So cute.
Oh yeah, whoa, look, they can never keep me down, I'm going, and if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up.
So the part of the vlog, which I'm sure most of you guys have been waiting for, it's time for the van tour. Just before I do this, I do just want to say that this has not been professionally done. Although I'm sure Chris... I was going to say I'm sure Chris will disagree. Chris is not a professional van converter or anything like that. It was just a little hobby that he wanted to do in his free time. It's something that he managed to do in about 3-ish weeks. So I think it's a pretty good job. It's not perfect. If someone's looking for a perfect van conversion, you ain't gonna find it here. And you also need to remember that we are a family of 7. A family of 7 living...
We've lived in it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've lived in it for 2.5 weeks already. And you know, there's going to be things that you're like, do you know what, I'm going to stop rambling, I'm just going to show you the van. So I'm going to try and remember to show you guys everything I think you'll be interested in seeing, and the first thing that we're going to do is start off by showing you what you see when you open the van. Okay, so the door does open really wide. And this is what you see when you first open the door. Don't be fooled, guys. Like I said, we're a family of 7. It's not always this tidy. We may have spent the last hour sprucing this up just for you guys. Sorry about the sun. But basically, when you first look in the door, what you will see is this little trolley. We actually bought this whilst we were out here because we realised that we needed somewhere for like easy access. So when the girls and Jace are sat around here, we needed easy access to drinks and things that they might need. So as you can see in the top, we've got some hand gel, some glasses, some juice, some water, etc. We've got some soft drinks down here, and then in the bottom we've got some pastries and paper plates. So we don't use paper plates generally, it's just when we're wild camping sometimes and we've got no access to water and our water tanks run out, or we only have enough water for like either washing up or washing. Obviously washing ourselves comes first, so that's when those come in handy. That bottom compartment is also usually full of toys for Jace, like his backpack, but he's currently talking to some Spanish people here and playing with his toys and things, so that's when they are not in there right now. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. It works perfectly well. It's really good for the girls just to be able to reach and get themselves a drink or wash their hands or have a snack. So this here, this I should have mentioned, the van, sorry, right now is set up for daytime use, like when we're parked somewhere. This is how it's generally set up. So this is the seating area. Down here, just under this cushion here, there's an ISOFIX attachment, and then there's also one here, and under these cushions here and here, there's like a gap in the woodwork so that the ISOFIX base is, because Mila's car seat works on an ISOFIX base. Jace is saying bye to the Spanish people. And Jace's seat works on an ISOFIX base as well. They're both Joy car seats, so they have like the pole that comes down, and then poles slot through the cushions and through the holes in the woodwork and sit safely on the floor. So it was the safest way that we could have their car seats, and it works really well. This table's pretty good for during the daytime or when we're playing cards. If we're not playing outside, it moves around all which ways. Like you can just move it to the side so you've got more space here, or you can move it like, I don't know, you can move it around, yeah, like that. You can move it any which way, but the girls actually prefer when we're driving to not have the table up. They just prefer to have more space around here generally when we're driving. So Mila has to go there and Jace has to go there. That means they're both rear facing. Esme goes here and her seatbelt things are here, and Isabel goes in the middle here, and Isla goes, oops, sorry, my hand's making it go blurry, goes there. Unless Mila's awake, that's if Mila's asleep. If Mila's awake, then I either go there, or if Jace needs tending to, then I'll go there, and we'll switch out, and like Isabel will sit up front. There is also a lap seat belt for the middle part here. Then above the table you have these 3 cupboards. I'll show you those in a second. I won't bore you too much with what's in our cupboards because I'm sure you guys really don't care. But I just wanted to show this space up here because it's massive. It's so deceivingly big, and we fit so much up here. In fact, I don't think this trip would be possible without this, which is literally just above like where we drive. By the way, the car seats right now are on the front seats, which is where they stay on a night time. Chris edits here. He can show you guys that, how he's got his set up in a little bit. But yeah, down here we've got, on here basically is everything we need to grab that we need like now. So the girls have got their pencil cases that they use for their schoolwork. We've got nappies and wipes up here, sun hats, blankets, sleep suits. We've got a couple of hoodies each that are right back there if it's cold and raining. We've got school books, if you guys can see up there. This honestly fits so much. Oh, and obviously Mila's big chairs up there too. Okay, so these cupboards are pretty much a mess, but we've got like pastas in there. We've got 4 of these plastic boxes here. We've got one with breakfast items, so like croissants, waffles, pancakes, things like that. We've got one with breakfast bars, so that's got like loads of different breakfast bars. Okay, I did actually just turn it around to show you guys the different breakfast bars and things that we have in there, and then just some like plain noodles and things, and of course the pasta that I just had on the table. And then in the next one we've got snacks, biscuits, crisps. I actually filled this up when we were at home. You might have seen it in one of the vlogs. I thought I'd have to refill this by now, but no, still got all of the biscuits and snacks and things from home in. I'm sure they will be eaten though throughout the trip. And then in the last one, yeah, pot noodles. Who doesn't like a pot noodle? In fact, I brought loads of them thinking that they'd be cool for if we were in wild camping spots and we had like, I don't know, if we needed a quick easy dinner on night time. But we've not actually eaten any of those yet, except for the first night, which was about 2.5 weeks ago now. We've got like random stuff in here, tea bags, some rice, etc, etc. Some cheeky Halloween snacks there at the back too. In this corner here, this is one of the girls' favourite features. This just controls all of the lights. To be honest guys, I'm not going to comment too much on this because I don't really know, but one thing I do know is that these control the lights and water pump. Chris is shouting water pump, controls the water pump as well. But yeah, the girls love this, the USB, so they can charge their devices. And just in case it's not clear, I realised I were quite zoomed in then, that's just above the seating area, just to the left of the cupboards. Or right, depending on which way you're looking at it. I kind of feel like I want to show you guys this part when we're parked somewhere nice, but we've had to move from the place we were at because there was a market happening today. But honestly, this side is so beautiful when we're parked up at like a beach or something. Yeah, so we've got like a mini kitchen area, tea, sugar, coffee. We've got a little, what's that, Isabel? Can't remember. Diffuser. Yeah, diffuser lamp.
That's my favourite thing.
Yeah, which is so nice on a night time. We all love choosing which colour we have. So random. We've got a little, this is really cool. It's like an oven, but like portable, so it comes in a bag. You can like take this to the beach if you want to and cook like a pizza on the beach. It's really, really cool. A kettle, sink. This is like the deepest sink in the whole world. It goes right down there. And then down here we've got the fridge, and then down there, I'll show you in a minute, it's just extra storage space. We've got bottles of water and things down there. Cleaning products under here, plates, bowls, and then this is a right mess, this one, guys. Check it out. We've got so much, it's like tins. We've got matches and things in here. We've got like mosquito, insect repellent. We've got juice. What else is down there? The chopping board, salt. See, it's not all pretty, guys, not all pretty. Yeah, it's like the dump cupboard. And then above that we've got the hob. We've also got a cool extra bit on here, which I'll show you guys in a moment. Before I do, I thought I'd show you where Chris has mounted our... You're right there, Isabel. Chris has mounted our TV here, and I absolutely love it. It's so good. So if we're watching TV together as a family, you can turn it round like this, and everyone can sit around the table here, table and chairs. And also, mine and Chris's seats swivel, they're on like swivels, so we can turn our big seats around and sit comfortably on those, and then the girls can sit around the big U-shaped table here, and we can all very easily watch a movie on the TV. It's a really, really, really good position for it. It's also good for like when we're driving, if Jace is getting bored, we can put a movie on. And it's also good when me and Chris are in bed, and our bed's not up there, obviously our bed comes down, but we can turn it right round. Oh, I can't do it when the bed's up there actually, but you can turn it right round, and so it faces our bed. It's such a good position. Okay, and below the TV you've got this door here, which is already a bit open, but it's on a track system, which is really, really cool. It opens and slides around, it's fully waterproof, and it's really cool for this type of van shower. We've got a Julka. This is called a Julka. I'll tell you more about this in a moment, but it's a really awesome shower. Not gonna lie, doesn't look too aesthetically pleasing with the bright red and blue, but that's not what matters. What matters is how it works, and it works so good. In the corner here we've got some little plastic thingy-bobby-doos with bits that we use. We've got like face wash, makeup remover, deodorant, after sun, toilet roll, etc, etc. And there is a cap on here, but we've been using the shower today, so that needs popping back on, but there's not usually a hole there. There's usually a cap over that. And then down here we've got some more baskets basically with like shampoos. Don't know whose that toothbrush is. That's usually away in one of these bags, which is our toiletry bags, which is what we use like to take with us when we're on a campsite, etc, etc. And then if you move back, if I move back should I say, we've got our porta potty. That's basically nothing else we can say about that. That's a porta potty, a little toilet. The only other thing we've got in here is a big mirror here, but unfortunately that's got a massive crack all the way up it, which happened literally the second we set off. So yeah, a bit inconvenient, but it's no big deal really. This whole room is completely waterproof, so it's good to have a shower in there, but to be honest, we all much prefer to shower outdoors. Oh, that's so cool. So I keep remembering things that I think you guys will be interested in knowing, and it's just because I'm used to it. It's not something that's interesting to me, so I keep forgetting. But you guys probably wonder where we store all of our clothes. So on this seating area here, which is where the girls and Jace sit during travels, underneath we all have a clothing bag full of our clothes. Now they can be accessed through the top here, or if you look down there you can see that leather looking black handle. You can just pull that and it will open from that side as well. And if you lift each of those up, you'll see the grey bags that are basically full of our clothes. It's such a great, it's really good. It works really well for our family. All of our clothes are in one place. Everyone's got their own, you know, their own spot, their own like cubby hole type thing where their bags are. It's not too hard to access them. You just have to have patience. Obviously not everybody can all 6 of us can be down here trying to open the cupboards at one time. So we're just taking turns every day to get our clothes out, and yeah, that's basically where we store all of our clothes. Okay, to the back of the van here is mine and Chris's bed. This actually comes down and sits kind of up on here on a night time. I will show you guys the nighttime setup, but on a daytime it goes up there, and as you can see from Isabel's head height, she's sat on the bench. It's, you know, there's plenty of room. There's also this U-shaped table at the back. We all fit around here because obviously you can sit this side and then right down there and right down there. Yeah. This is an extra table. And yeah, we don't spend too much time on that table, really. Yeah, we do. I thought we'd have spent more, but maybe when we're wild camping a bit more, and there's like, we can have the doors open at the back, and we're sat like at a lake. Someone's loving the sea right now. We're sat like at a lake. It might be nice to sit round here and play cards and things like that.
It's mainly for dinner as well, like more place for people to sit for dinner as well.
For dinner time as well. But we've been eating outdoors because the weather's been so nice. I'm sure we'll use this space more, like
when it gets
in colder places. Or when it gets colder. But yeah, this works. Hey Isla! This works really well on a daytime. And then on a daytime also, you're wondering maybe where all the bedding's stored. So mine and Chris's duvet stays up there. Our bed looks like it's poking out right now. That might need pushing in a little bit more. But yeah, our duvet stays up there. And then if you look just under here, which is basically just under the table, the benches, which Chris made, then this is one bench. So under here goes Isabel's duvet, Isabel's and Esme's duvet, sheet and pillows. They all roll up and go under there, and then it's okay, you don't need to move your legs. Basically, and then Isla's and Jace's both go under that part there. The tables and things you put. What on earth?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'll tell you.
Trying to look.
Yeah.
I was filming and I just saw Isla's head poke through. Anyway, the 2 tables, when they're not in use, like on a day, on a night time, when these are made into beds, these are all stored not under here, but under here. So it's a bit messy under here, guys, I apologise.
That's actually not messy, that's wood sawdust that is stuck to the carpet from the build that will not come out of the Hoover. It's just stuck, it will not come out no matter what.
I'm really sure no one cares about what the bits are on the carpet. And then we store other things under here, like, I'm trying to think what we store under here. Water, what else do we put under here? I can't even think now. We put stuff under here. What?
Mila, I don't know.
What goes under here, babe?
All that, the back part of that bench.
Yeah, oh yeah, this part of the bench. So this is the U shape. So this part here is the U shape. These parts, it's really difficult. I'll show you this tonight when we set up, basically. But these go down flat. So these fold flat here. But this one here is an extra bit to make the U. So that also goes under there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else daytime-ish that I need to be showing. Oh, so obviously we have a lot of, we don't travel light basically at all. It's something we've not mastered yet. We overpack massively. We want to ram in as much as possible. We want to bring sup boards, and obviously we've got a massive double pram and a lot basically of excess things. We've also got some winter clothes with us on this trip which are not in the storage spaces under the bed, and for those we have 2 massive Fiamma boxes fixed to the roof of the van. Now these have been the best purchase we've bought basically. These hold an insane amount. In just one of them we've got the massive double pram, we've got camping chairs, like the chairs that we sit out on night in, we've got a step ladder up there, we've got the new table and chairs that we just bought previous in the last couple of vlogs that we've used, and then in the other side we've got even more. So this one round here has got even more stuff in it, and the reason these are really cool, so up here on the top of the boxes we have 2 huge, ew, bird poo, 2 huge solar panels which basically give us electricity when we are wild camping, and they, trust me guys, they give off so much power. It's actually insane. Okay guys, Chris is telling me off because I didn't say it right.
No, the solar panels charge
They charge the battery.
They don't give us electricity direct.
They still give us the electricity.
Yeah, I know,
they
you know what I
produce
mean.
us the
People nitpick
electricity.
what you say,
I know they do, but everyone else knows what I mean. I don't care about the people that nitpick. Anyway, all the windows do have blackout blinds, but I guess that's something we'll show you in tonight's vlog. I guess you guys, the next part of this vlog will be us setting up for nighttime.
Setup, yeah. Okay, so for the final part of this van tour, I'm going to talk you through how we sleep, how 7 of us sleep in a van. So when I decided to do this, I knew that we would need at least 2 double beds in the rear, and added to that, we also need space to be able to live, all of us together during the daytime, do schoolwork, eat dinner. So I decided that basically we wouldn't need like a versatile rear area in the van. We'd need an area that could be a bed at night time or 2 beds at night time, like a bunk bed but in like doubles, and then also a seating area with a table during the daytime for schoolwork, for eating meals on, and just socialising around. We do have a table on the front sofa as well, but with all of us in this van, all 7 of us, we need the space to be able to move around. The girls do schoolwork in the daytime in the rear, and me and Sarah can hang out in the front if it's a rainy day, for instance, or whatever. So that's what we had to do when I was going through the concept of building this van. I'd seen a lot of things online about bed lifts, people using linear actuators to make the bed rise into the ceiling of the van during the daytime. I'd seen the Happy Jack system as well, and then I'd seen a couple of people using winches too. And the winch idea really stood out to me because, number one, I tried really hard to get a Happy Jack system within the time frame that I had before I knew we needed to leave on this trip. I couldn't get one from anywhere. So Happy Jack was out of the window straight away. That was my first point of call. The second was the linear actuator idea. But when I was looking into them as well, the delivery on those, most of them come from China, and delivery on those was ridiculously too close to like leaving time to go with that idea. And also it was very hard to find a linear actuator that would actually send the bed high enough. Like most of them only have like a really short stroke length, so they only like move stuff up like a little bit. And I needed obviously quite a long one on this to be able to send the bed all the way into the ceiling in the daytime, and I wanted to make sure it was actually something that would be strong enough to lift the bed into the ceiling and hold it there during the daytime as well. And I wasn't sure linear actuators would do the job, so I decided to go with the winch idea after seeing a couple of other YouTubers using the winch idea, and it's worked out so well. So I bought a really heavy Rhino Winch, which is a winch that's used for pulling cars, so it goes on the front of a car and it'll pull a car out of a ditch or whatever. It's very strong, very powerful, and I basically rigged that up in our electronics bay, bolted to the frame of the vehicle, and then so it's not super pretty, but all the winch here hooks onto these 4 winch wires, which are very strong wires for pulling cars with, basically, which run up into the roof and then on pulleys on each corner to each corner of the bed, and then when you operate the winch, the bed moves up and down like so. That's then controlled on this button, and also there's 2 remote controls on the shelf up there, which I'll show you as well. It's not pretty at all. I did want to have time to box all this off before we left on this trip, but I just didn't. It was one of the things that was like cosmetics at the end, and I didn't have time to finish it. So this will be a job that we finish when we go home. I'll box it all off so you can't see any of these wires, or very little of them anyway, once we get home and I have a chance to do that. But for this trip, it works really well. It's so strong, like I said, it can pull a car, so holding this bed up in the air is no problem for it whatsoever. It's super sturdy. The bed, when it's in the roof, it doesn't move. Just on the winch wires alone, it doesn't move at all. It's absolutely solid, and it works really well. So it goes into the air, as Sarah showed you last time, and you have this seating area in the back for everything else. But come night time is when the interesting part happens. So nighttime, so in the back of our van, one side is electrical and the other side is water, and I've just taken off the panels that cover all these up so I can show you underneath. Basically, we've got a big old Fiamma water tank here which holds 70 litres of water, which I don't think is enough now that we're on this trip. We could do with a bit more, but I took this from the caravan because this is what I had in the caravan, and we had a little bit of a leak on this journey. The rubber seals on these caps are very flimsy, and so I had to silicone it all up to make sure that it didn't leak anymore. But it's fine, it's no big deal. You don't need access to it here anyway. And then at the other end is the plumbing that goes into the shower room and the plumbing to our portable outdoor boiler hot water system, which is amazing, from a company called Julka. It's an instant hot water system that you can use anywhere. Even if we were somewhere like a lake like we are now and we wanted to shower, we could physically put the water pump from the boiler into the lake and it would pull lake water through the hot water boiler system, and we'd be able to hot shower with lake water. We haven't done that yet, obviously, because we've been all good using the water tank, but like I said, 70 litres doesn't last a massive amount of time. For all of us to shower, it's totally fine, and then do a couple of washing ups as well. It's all good, but we're finding we're having to fill it up more often than I thought we would. So that might be an upgrade for when we get home. Anyway, for night time, so these benches first of all need to go away. So first things first, all of the seat cushions, these need to come off because these make up the mattress on the floor. Then these panels go back up and close up. There's a lock up at either end. That. And then you're left with this big old space, so that's the bit that the table clips into, and then big old rug, and now our mattress is going to go on top of there for the girls' double bed, and this is the same size as a regular double. Okay, so girls' mattress going in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that makes the base for the girls' bed, and then they'll put their bottom sheet on that, and then the bedding and pillows, etc. And then and boom, mine and Sarah's bed winched all the way down, so that rests on these shelves here, and the winch no longer takes any of its weight, it's all just down and done. Obviously the girls have got lighting under here to make it nice and bright in their little bed area, so they've got their bed down here. Me and Sarah have got a queen bed up here. It's absolutely massive, this bed on top, especially with these extra alcoves where we can put our head and feet. We sleep like across this way, and the girls sleep like downways like this. And it's absolutely monstrously big up here, like so big. We actually joke every morning that it's almost as big as our bed at home. Our bed at home's a Super King, and even when I sleep next to the shower, and like I have to wave at Sarah in the morning, who's all the way over here, kind of thing. So it's a really big bed space, and it's super cozy and nice. Okay, so that's the beds at the rear taken care of, and now we move on to the front where we have another double bed that sleeps Jace and Isla together, and it's super cute. Actually, in 2 ways, the second of which is the one that we've been using more so recently because they prefer it. So on our sofa here at the front, our U-shaped sofa, this turns into a double bed. Simply, this seat on the end is bolted to the floor, and you just undo all the 4 bolts, remove the sofa cushions, and then physically move it out of the way. These sofa cushions are held onto these with like super strong Velcro, which so far has worked really good. Although one thing I didn't think about on this trip was how actually mucky Velcro gets with just general living, like bits of grass getting caught in it or hair or whatever it is. So maybe I'll think of a better solution to that when we get home. But we physically move this out of the way, so it just slides out of the way, slides down the corridor here. And then just down here there's 2 latches on this front panel, which you just clip off. 1, 2. Then this whole panel just lifts up, and there's another clip just here that you undo for this front part to fold out. Pull your seat back into place that you push down the corridor, and then this will just pop out like that, and then rest onto the seat that was there in the first place. Then using the sofa cushions that go along the back of the sofa, you just pop them down to make a mattress like this, and then voila, you've got a double bed at the front, which is actually massive. It's definitely bigger than a double bed.
Jace and Isla both have said they prefer not to have the bed like this. Yeah, they both love it a different way. So I'm going to show you how we've been sleeping for the last couple of weeks, because this is how the girls prefer it. So this is how I designed it. It's not really the girls, Jace is a boy. Sorry Jace, I mean. Sorry. This is how I designed it to be like a huge double bed at the front, and it's really big, so 2 adults could easily sleep on here very comfortably. Yeah. The only thing that it does do is it takes up like a lot of the space in the cabin. You can still walk down the kitchen, just about shuffle through it to the back. So it does take up a lot of room in here, but it is big and it's comfy. These cushions, as the girls will tell you, they're all memory foam and they're really comfy. The girls prefer the beds in here than what they do in the caravan. Yeah, how mad's that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're really comfortable. What's that, babe? Yeah. They're way more comfortable than the... Yeah, Isabel raves on about how, especially here. And Esme, about these beds are way more comfortable than the caravan beds, which the caravan beds are meant for purpose. These are obviously just like my body job. They're not really body job, but you know what I mean. Isla says her bed here is the same as in the caravan. Yeah. She says there's no difference, but Isla and Isabel both say they're more comfortable in here. Yeah, which is good. So anyway, this is how Jace and Isla have been sleeping for the last couple of weeks, because this is how they prefer to do it. So I'm going to pop all this back together. So these sofas are absolutely massive. I'm currently stretched out on the back part that goes towards the window. As you can see, my feet aren't even anywhere near the end right now. And then you've still got the little sofa sticking out there. So Isla sleeps on the back part that I was just laid on, and then Jace sleeps on the L part.
here. And these guys have been loving this. These sofas also, just to let you know, they're very deep as well. So like, there's no like rolling off. They're actually, they're probably like single bed size. They're 70 centimeters deep, all these chairs. So, what's a single bed size?
It's not quite, they're not single bed size.
No, single bed's 90 or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
but they're definitely caravan bed size anyway. These are definitely as wide as the caravan beds are, even when they don't put the beds out. So them sleeping on them like they are now is, you know, it's perfectly fine. Basically, they sleep better that way. They both enjoy. They both have said they both like sleeping better that way, which is great in the mornings and stuff, because obviously we don't have to do anything. We can just get up and enjoy the sofas as normal. We don't have to put beds away and stuff like that at this end. So that works out win-win on both ways. So it's good that it can be versatile like that. You know, you can sleep one way or another.
I guess as they get older.
Obviously, obviously as Jace gets bigger, he's not going to fit lengthwise on this one for, you know, forever. So then we'll have to start using the double bed system more.
I actually wasn't happy about having the beds that way. Does this look funny? I've been meaning to ask you the whole time you're filming. Anyway, I actually weren't happy about the beds that way. I was like, there's no way that they'll sleep like that. Jace will constantly fall out of bed. And then that night, Chris was getting the beds up and Jace was like, no, not like that, like this. So I said, well, if you try it then, but put loads of cushions down. And we had the spare cushions on the floor instead of like on the bed, because the bed wasn't made. So they were just all on the floor. But he's not fallen out of bed once.
No, not once. So just to go over a quick technical thing with the van, I'm not going to go into massive detail on everything like the electronics and stuff. Basically, in this van, most of the electronics are robbed from the caravan build. So if you have been around for that, you'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, we have in here 400 amp hours worth of AGM batteries. I went for 400. There was 6 in the caravan, but 400 is more than enough for what we need. So we've got 400 amp hours of AGMs, we've got a MPPT charge controller, we've got 400 watts of solar on the roof, and we have, what else do we have? We have a battery to battery charger, obviously from the alternator to there, that charges the batteries when we're driving, and we've got mains shore power on the outside, plugged into obviously a separate circuit from the 12 volt circuit. We have a 2000 watt inverter. We started this trip with a 3000 watt inverter, but that went kaput. That was the one we had in the caravan. And we have now a 2000 watt inverter, which is more than enough power for what we need it for. I only bought a 3000 watt for the caravan because we needed to power the air conditioning unit with it, which obviously we don't need to do in here. Our fridge is a brand new Dometic fridge that's just come out very recently, and it runs solely off of 12 volts, which is amazing, and it's so good. It's big, well big enough, and
really cold.
And it also, yeah, it's really smart as well. So it detects when shore power is plugged in, and it switches from 12 volt to shore power itself without doing anything, so it doesn't constantly run off your batteries if you're plugged into mains. One of the things that I love most about this van is we have double max air fans in the roof. I've got the smoke coloured ones on the top, so these keep us so cool at night time. You can set one to blow the air in, and one to suck the air out at the other end, at the bed end down there, and it creates like a really nice airflow through the van if it's really hot, and works really well.
I didn't think they'd work at all. I was like, so it's not air conditioning? And he's like, no, it's just like a turbo fan. And I'm like, but surely that's just going to be fanning hot air into the van? Because remember in summer when we had them fans, but it doesn't work like that at all. Like it blows ice cold air out.
It makes it really cold.
It's instantly cold.
We sat there and then we're like, oh, can we have some blankets? It's actually quite cold now.
They work really well, and you've got remotes as well. Have you shown your little remotes
I'll show them now. So down here I've got like just a little thing on the wall which tells us the temperature and etc of the air and stuff. One max air fan controller. You can turn up the speed of the fan and the modes that it does, like air in, air out kind of thing from these remote controls. So we'll just turn it off. So that just turns it off. All done. I've got an MT50 charge controller monitor, so I can monitor what's going on with my solar panels here, and then a Victron Energy battery smart meter here, so I can check what's going on with my batteries right now. We have actually over discharged the batteries today, and they need charging badly, so they are charging in the sun right now. We've got all the electrics off because they've not been charged for a few days, and we're running at 48% right now, which is not good. They should never be discharged below 50, which is to keep the life of the AGMs alive for a long time. It doesn't matter once in a while, it's not going to kill them, but yeah, they're definitely below 50 right now. So we're currently charging them, and I've had the engine running for a bit this morning as well, just to kick in the alternator charger as well to get them back up to thing. And they will do. The solar panels on the roof more than charge them once the sun's out now, and it's red hot outside, so after a few hours those will be topped up nicely and no worries. Only the things at the back other than that are carbon monoxide and fire smoke detector at the back, and not fire alarm, smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector at the back. The hob, I don't know if Sarah mentioned, runs off of gas, which is under the sink here. Gas bottles under the sink, along with a microwave as well. We've got a microwave down here, and cups and stuff we keep in here, and then a gas bottle and gas regulators inside the cupboard.
I didn't show this, I was going to show the...
One of the things I love most about this van, and it's definitely needed, was the fact that I added this. We had some extra kitchen worktop over, so I added this, which is just an extra surface basically.
So invaluable as well.
Yeah, this is amazing. So I've just put it on some foldable hinges, and it's super strong. This can take up to like 100 kilograms in weight. It's really, really strong, and it's great for chopping your veggies on with a nice view.
Or even just putting the plates on when you're serving.
Yeah, or like exactly when you're serving, put your plates on here and whatnot. It's really, really good to have this extra surface space that can just fold away when you don't need it. So we have a hot water system, which is an instant hot water system from a company called Julka. It's a new thing. It's really, really cool basically. So you put your one end in your water tank, and then it sucks water into the boiler, and it instantly heats it into hot water, and it is scalding as well, and you can change the temperature and stuff like that. So that feeds the shower in the wet room, and you can also take the shower head from the wet room out. It just clips out, and you can also shower outside, which is what these guys also like to do too.
I prefer it.
Sarah definitely prefers it.
No, everyone prefers it.
Yeah, it's just obviously more space and whatnot. It's just easier.
It's nicer.
And you're not dredging water through the van and stuff like that when you get out and whatnot. So these guys have showered often in the wild, but it's very, very good for that. I'll probably link it down below so you guys can check them out if you want to. It's not a sponsored video or anything, but it's a very, very good product. And anyone who's into van lifing, travelling, any type of camping or whatever, this thing is like amazing. And it's also super efficient. It doesn't use a massive amount of water, and you can adjust the flow of water so it can come out fast or it can come out really hard, like power shower style. It's really, really good.
How much water our tank is?
Yeah, 70 litres, which is, it's not, I don't think it's enough now. I'll definitely upgrade that when we go home, but not for us, it's not. It doesn't last long enough.
Showering everyone.
Yeah. We're filling it up more often than not. And you can fill it up everywhere. You can fill it up at petrol stations, whatever you want to fill it up, but you can fill it up.
By the time
it's not
we've
a big
all
deal.
showered, and then by the time, I mean, we don't wash Jace and Mila in that. They get like sink washes because it's just easier, and they're younger, and it's what we prefer to do. But by the time we've washed and done that, and then washed up, it's pretty much
Jace and Mila's butts fit in the sink, so it's all good.
Only other thing I need to speak about is Mila sleeping. So we did bring a small bassinet for Mila to sleep in on our bed, and it fits perfectly kind of in the middle of me and Chris at the bottom of the bed. However, because I'm breastfeeding Mila and she's up like still at least like 4 or 5 times a night to feed. Are you okay? Be careful. Whoa, good boy. That's a good boy. It's easy to co-sleep with her, so that's what we've been doing like the last couple of weeks. It's so difficult like trying to settle her down. Okay, where's your glasses?
I don't know.
Let me get them. Glasses on. So yeah, we've it's just easier to co-sleep, mainly because number one, feeding her in the night is so much easier, and then she's already back asleep. I don't have to move her. I should probably do a vlog on how we sleep actually with Mila, because we follow the 7 safety guideline steps on the Lullaby website for co-sleeping, and it works really well for us. It means that everyone gets more sleep. Well, me and Mila get more sleep. Everyone else sleeps anyway, and she just sleeps better, and it just works better. If anyone's interested in what we do to co-sleep and make it safe for us, then just let us know and I'll do it. But basically, yeah, that's what we've been doing with little one.
So
you guys
cute.
are so cute. He's kissing her. You're giving her all the kisses.
Good boy.
You're so kind. Anyway, I think that concludes this vlog that we filmed like 2 weeks ago, that we started like 2 weeks ago. Sorry it was so late. Thank you all so much for watching, and there's a bug trying to fly on the screen. Go away. It's a spider. Here, get that. It's a spider. Come on me. Van life. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 5 PM.
Bye.
Say good night, guys.
Good night.
Mwah.